Good in the house, back with another bang on video where, ladies and gentlemen, Paris Saint Germain have been awarded the Liga 1 title after the season was ended amid the coronavirus pandemic. Well, it's actually according to the rules of the French league that if you are actually gonna stop and if there are certain reasons why you cannot continue the season forward, the one who's actually leading the table is definitely going to be the champion. And here's the funniest part: Rennes have made it to their first ever Champions League. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Rennes football is definitely Stade Rennais will play Champions League football next season because they were third in the league. And unbelievable news, isn't it? I would imagine the anticipated fans would have really jumped in joy. I really feel for them and I know congratulate them as well. Moving on, Arsenal are planning to surprise thousands of supporters with phone calls from current players and club legends during the coronavirus pandemic. We always stay classy, don't we? The Premier League clubs are in talks over providing players with the revolutionary state-of-the-art protective face masks as top-flight officials prepare to impose strict hygiene proposals. Why play football in the first place? But let's see. Moving on. Arsenal, who are out of the Europa League, ninth in the Premier League table, have just announced a £27 million loss in their most recent accounts and negotiated a 12.5% cut with their players and are definitely about to spend £50 million on Thomas Partey. How is this everything making sense? But moving on. Barcelona have agreed personal terms with Lautaro Martinez, but yet to find an agreement with Inter Milan. As a result, Inter have come back for Aubameyang. The Italian side is also keen on Edinson Cavani. Well, here's what James Ollie said recently. He said, Aubameyang talks stalled for time being. Lacazette not always happy with Arsenal. Bukayo Saka name-checked by Southgate for future England call-up. And also Borussia Dortmund interest is present. Agreement not closed with Ozil and two others who did not agree to take a pay cut. Let's see. Pablo Mari says to Guardian, I'm happy and I really like Arsenal to use the purchase option, a traditional club that supports its people who believe in it and give everything. I'd like to be a part of that. A great footballer for many years for Arsenal. Cengiz Sundaya is definitely going to be the player that Roma could actually swap in terms of buying Henrik Mkhitaryan for their side because he plays well on the left hand side. That's so. And if Roma are open to sell to buy Mkhitaryan plus cash for one of the other players, we could actually go for Pellegrini or Diawara. Let's see. I would take Pellegrini in a heartbeat if they are willing to sell. But moving on, Arsenal are considering a move for Celtic's Odson Edward. Celtic have informed that it will cost somewhere in the region of £25 million for the 22-year-old striker who has 21 goals and 12 assists in just 27 appearances in the Scottish Premiership this season. Unbelievable. Banika Fobe said a prayer and kissed his beloved 2-year-old daughter Amora goodbye. The ex-Arsenal striker and his wife Louise had just made the most heartbreaking decision any parent could make. They had given doctors at the Royal Stoke University Hospital permission to turn off the life support machine that was keeping their precious little girl alive. They said it was sickening. It was a baby girl, first child. She hadn't had the chance to live a life, and that is sad. Cheer up, Benik. Cheer up. Moving on. The Premier League stars have been told to effing play to get paid with footballers set to miss out on thousands in contract bonuses. The Athletic discovered how footballers feel about returning to work during the crisis, with the season possibly due to be played behind closed doors. Players who have taken a pay cut are said to be raring to go in order for their wages to be restored in full, and others depend heavily on bonuses, with an unnamed star seeing their contract fall from £60,000 to £40,000 without being able to play. An agent said, if you want your money, fucking play. What, isn't that a simple rule? You want money? Play. Wow. Footballers being treated like horse. Unbelievable. Sky Sports are reportedly considering using CGI fans to solve the problem of empty stands in behind closed doors. It is reckoned that punters watching on TV may be put off by the lack of noise and visuals from the stands, and that should be changed. Sergio Aguero admits the majority of players are scared of going back to training during the coronavirus crisis. He says, the majority of the players are scared because they have family, they have children, they have babies. When we go back, I imagine that we will be very tense, we will be very careful, and the moment someone feels ill, you will think, what's gone on there? It does scare me, but I have just been here with my girlfriend. I haven't had contact with other people. I hope there's a vaccine so all this ends. but there is no desire to end the season at all this time. I want to play the games. There is a great will to play the games. We simply can't afford to not play, but nothing will be done without government approval. If we wait for a vaccine or herd immunity, it could be 18 months without football, and 90% of the clubs would go bust. Even if we sack 95% of our employees, we'd still go bust because we would still have to pay the players. Yes, and that's the biggest cost. Well, let's see how things will turn out to be because AC Milan wants to sign Lucas Torreira when the transfer window opens, and this is like a forever story which I would never want to believe in anymore. Arsenal suffer transfer U-turn as Ryan Fraser is telling his pals that he wants Tottenham move. He is set to snub a move to Arsenal in favour of joining the North London rivals, and I would believe what the fuck is wrong with Ryan Fraser? Why would he not want to be a part of this history of this club? That is one something. But moving on, Alex Lacazette has 2 years remaining on his contract, and the French striker has not always looked entirely happy in North London. And another tough decision over his future sits on the horizon unless there is a change in mood around the club, and that can happen only when we actually play the football, resume the season, and see how things will turn out for us and him. But moving on, Arsenal youngster Karl Hein on turning down Manchester United for Arsenal. He says, it seemed to me that discipline, the organizational side, as well as other details were at a higher level at Arsenal, and thank you so much. He continued saying that the reception at Arsenal was very friendly, and the club left a very good impression because, let's be honest, there was no difference in terms of level because both Arsenal and United are among the top in the world. Thank you so much for that as well. We all believe in that, don't we? Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything on Arsenal comes on this platform every single day, twice. So sit back, relax, and enjoy all the news that comes on this, on this channel because we post 2 videos about Arsenal every single day, and we do that just for the love of Arsenal and just for the love of the Gooners all around the world. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers.